Well, hello. It's Acom Rebel, and we're back again live tonight. So it's Friday night. We'll probably do a short one, maybe a half an hour tonight. We'll see how we go. So let's get started. Let's find some winners from yesterday's post. Let's have a quick look now. Well, actually, I should say one winner. We're going to have one winner tonight. But, you know, I have winners every day. All right, let's find someone to give us some Bitcoin Cash to. So if you're first time and you don't know what the competition is, all you need to do is like, subscribe, and hit the little bell icon, and put a comment or a question in the comments below, and then I'll pick a random winner, and you'll win $10 worth of Bitcoin Cash. So, all right, let's select the one we did yesterday. Pick a winner. Boss Sounds. This stream was awesome, dude. Keep it going. Thanks, Boss Sounds. Appreciate that. You've got yourselves $10 worth of Bitcoin Cash. We're getting low on Bitcoin Cash. I'll have to transfer some more in. Now, if you're not familiar, this is the Exodus wallet. This is one I use pretty regularly. It's pretty solid. And Bitcoin Cash, I like it. It's only 1 cent to send that $10. That's pretty good. Send. And you should get that pretty much immediately. And I'd love for you to put your comments to say that you received the $10 for the Bitcoin Cash. That'd be great. Just put that in the comments. That'd be awesome. All right, so you don't have a question for me. That's okay. I appreciate the support. All right, so let's get into the news. I'm going to try the new Brave browser. So a couple of, I think it was maybe a few nights ago, I think I did an install for the Brave browser, which is associated with the BAT token, the BAT, Basic Attention Token. So I thought I'd give it a go just to see, you know, just to use it while we're doing the live stream, just to see if it helps. And I think it uses less resources than Chrome. I've been checking that out. So cool, we'll just give it a go. Plus, we're not going to see some ads. They can get rid of some of the ads. So there's always ads on here. So we've got most of them are gone now by using this software, which is pretty cool. Okay, so let's have a look at the market. If we look at Bitcoin, we're still above 8,000, 8,200 at the moment. And we're only down about 1%, but you know, it's hardly anything. Same with Ethereum, we're at 828. Ripple at 3.7. Bitcoin Cash up 15% at 1,342. Now, it wasn't very long ago. This was at like 800. It moved to 1,000 and now at 1,342. This has had a huge increase against Bitcoin. So we'll have a look at the chart in a minute, Bitcoin versus Bitcoin Cash, and just see how much of a gain it's had while these prices have been reduced. We did touch briefly on that last night. Basically, it's to do with Bitcoin became more difficult, and so a lot of the hashing power, I believe at least 20%, went to Bitcoin Cash, because Bitcoin Cash is 6% more profitable to mine. So then when it became more difficulty for Bitcoin, miners switched to Bitcoin Cash, and also because of that, the people rushed in with the to buy more, so it increased the price. That's what I believe was happening. All right, and we're at 1342. Cardano, a number 5 spot, 35 cents. Hasn't moved much. Litecoin, 147. It's had a good run lately, but we're only at, hasn't really moved much today. Neo's about the same at 113. Stellar, 36 cents in position 8. Number 9 is EOS at $8.57. Gained just 1.87% in the last 24 hours. And IOTA at $1.80, just down nearly 1%. So that sort of rounds up the market. The only other interesting was Ethereum Classic, nearly 20% move, and so is Quantum. So some big moves there, and biggest move would have been Bitcoin Cash. So let's have a look at some of the news. I'll have a quick look at Cointelegraph. G'day Craig, how you doing? Glad you're on the live stream with me. And for Heath, hey, how you doing, mate? Yes, Bitcoin up 30%. I think it was a huge increase. So that was some pretty good news. All right, so Venezuela. There was an article about this one here. Venezuela's government, I believe, they're introducing this Petro ICO. So it's going to happen apparently in March. So, and they've got already investors in it. That will be interesting. Not from a point of view from, you know, us investing in it, but just to see. I think this could be, I'm not 100% sure, but this could be like the first, you know, cryptocurrency that a country has done. Now, I'm not saying it is a genuine cryptocurrency. I'm not 100% sure what the particulars on that. It could be just a complete scam, but it's the first, you know, public. This is a ICO. This is a coin for a country, essentially. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with this, just in a general sense. Also, the Dow down another 1,000 points. Have a quick look at we'll switch over to the markets. So if you have a look at some of the charts today, I think it went down 1,000 points again. Yeah, the Dow, look at that, 1,032 points. Now this is like, I don't know if it was the second day. This is one of the biggest. So there's the. Now they were saying we're at 26,000 around that level, and we've had some really big moves in the markets. Now what's interesting is we've had some moves in, you know, like the Dow Jones where it's coming down, and a few of the other markets. But in terms of the crypto market, you know, they had that massive retracement previously, but now it's not affecting, well, maybe they're not linked at all. But the interesting thing is that they're not tied, definitely not tied today. So these, you know, massive drop here, but we don't see that happening in the market whatsoever. So that's a good thing. So having a look at the some of the other news. There was some stuff about Binance today, so I don't know if it's been cleared up yet. But Binance, I'll have a quick look at Binance for you guys that haven't been there before. So Binance is a trading website. I wonder if it's Binance.com. Maybe their servers aren't back up yet. I'll just double check. We'll go to CoinMarketCap. What's something trading on Binance? We'll click on Dash, and we'll click on Markets, and then we'll find, yeah, if you ever want to get the proper links, just go to CoinMarketCap. They're generally, I would say, safe. So that's Binance. You gotta be careful when you Google it. So it is Binance.com. So when we go to the site, just like before, we had bit of an error there. We'll see if it actually loads this time. Okay, so it did load. Don't know if you can log in and trade yet. Not sure about that. But essentially, the news was for hours. I'll see if they've resolved it. But basically, haven't been able to trade with Binance, and it's been happening for, you know, a fair while. I think maybe over 12 hours. It could be nearly 24 hours that we've had a problem with it. And so basically, no one's been able to trade. And there's been stories of, you know, them being hacked or something like that. So that's what people believe. But you got to think, like, people, every time there's a problem with an exchange, the first thing people think is that it's being hacked. And, you know, I can understand that, because so many times there's a problem, and then all of a sudden the next thing you hear is, yeah, we've been hacked by millions of dollars or something like that. So that does happen. I don't think this is the case for Binance. I'd say something went wrong. I don't know. Look, you're running, this is technology. Anything can happen. You're running computers, servers. We'll probably find out exactly, if you believe exactly what they said they had to do restore the servers. So we'll have a quick look what the article says. But they were restoring the data back. Now, just recently, Kraken, I think, was down for 2 days. That was happened. And now, the whole time on Twitter, the Binance CEO, he got on and basically was talking about, that they've been restoring the data, getting everything back up and running, and he's been, bringing out, I think it was every 2 hours he was doing a Twitter. So that was the only real way that you could tell that everything was still okay. And it was just unfortunate if you had any trades or any positions that you couldn't get out of while that was happening. So also there's a bit of drama there with McAfee was like, well, the CEO basically said he was trying to spread FUD, and John McAfee was like saying, you guys have been hacked. So, look, John McAfee, he likes to get in on the action, and it wasn't meant to be, as far as I know, it wasn't meant to be planned. It wasn't a planned outage. Most places, like when you have exchanges, you have downtime for maintenance. I don't think this was standard downtime, so they've had something major happen. They may discuss and disclose what exactly happened, and let's hope that it's not a hack or anything like that, because Binance has been a really good platform. So that was in the news. Let's have a quick look. Welcome, Dean. Thanks for joining us. What do I know about Bitcoin Lightning? A little bit. Don't know too much about it. I know that I'm not really keen on Lightning. It's very technical what it does, but essentially, once you have Lightning, it's introducing another layer on top of Bitcoin. And we've seen other cryptos in this space handle transactions and scale without adding an extra layer. So that's my concern, and it takes out the security element of Bitcoin. What else have we got here? This was a good one. Winklevoss twins. Now, they did come up yesterday in I think we talked about some of the people that had made some serious money, some serious coin with Bitcoin and Ethereum and Ripple, basically in the crypto, and they're between 500 and a billion. Some are like $8 billion. So the Winklevoss twins were in that group, and they've basically said that in the next 10 to 20 years, they look at this Bitcoin, this market to grow 30-fold. So even these guys are still, think it's worth that. So that's a good sign. It's good when people are well known, basically put out good things in the market, as opposed to, FUD and other people putting negativity in the market. So that was a good thing. All right, we'll just go back a little bit, see what else there was. Saw something about a Litecoin. I'll just see if I can see it here. No, I can't see it there at the moment. There was maybe this article. So Litecoin, it went up. It wasn't today, but I think yesterday before, it literally went up 30%, had a big move. And they're basically putting that down to the fact that you got low transactions, it's pretty fast. And they're talking about the dark web and where they've stopped using Bitcoin and now switched to Litecoin. And they've done some analysis on this, and they talk about the different currencies that are used in dark web. Currently 30% is Litecoin, 20% Dash, 13% Bitcoin Cash, 9% Ethereum, and Monero is 6%. So it was dominated by Bitcoin, but the transaction fees and the times it takes to confirm and that sort of thing, that's why they're switching over to the others. So that is interesting. But you see Dash and Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash, they sort of dominate that area, and at the top there, Monero at 6%. So it's interesting that, when it comes to transactions and, people actually using it to do something, they'll go to whichever coin is going to best suit them. At the moment, Litecoin is doing well, and also is Dash, followed by Bitcoin Cash. So Litecoin and Dash are obviously, Litecoin's been around the longest, I believe, and then Dash. And obviously Bitcoin Cash is the newer one, but more essentially the same of what Bitcoin used to be. And then Ethereum. And Ethereum, is pretty good, but it's a little bit more complicated than some of the other coins because it does has smart contract capabilities in there. So yeah, this was an interesting article about that. Also, Bitcoin holding above 8,000, which we talked about before. At a moment, I think it was 8.2 when I quickly looked before. So these are good things happening with the market, which is excellent. We're not seeing, we're not seeing any drops. We're just seeing pretty much the market at the same sort of price, which is good. Let's have a look. I'll just quickly bring up a chart. We'll have a quick look at that one. And if you guys got any questions, make sure you jump in and ask away, because I've got another maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes. So if you've got any questions, I can answer those now if you like. So here's 1 hour on the GDAX, okay, and BTC USD. So we were in this period here where this was, when essentially it was dropping. We had this recovery, and we thought, hey, this is great. It was back at 9.4, and then it just continued to drop all the way down to like nearly 6.5. It went down quite a lot. Let's turn off that volume. So nearly 6.5, a little bit less than 6.5. So yeah, it did go down, continued there down to 6, and it went down nearly 5.5 before we saw a little bit of a movement bounce back up. And now we've had a little bit of a stronger play, as you can see it rolling out. So it's hit as high as sort of 82, maybe 8,500, come back. But notice how the lows are putting in higher lows now. So this was a low, it's higher than the last low. Now this new low is higher. So this is a good thing, and even this section here is higher than this last low. So it's quite bullish at the moment. So as long as we continue to see, these lows getting higher and higher, that's a good sign that we're going to break out of this sort of downward trend. We have a look at the daily. We'll jump out to daily. As you can see, we have retraced a lot. This candle here, and then we've had the move up here. So there's still nothing strong. I mean, look at some of these candles. So we need to either some sideways action here, and then maybe some nice strong candles. It doesn't have to be too strong, but we just need to get some sort of move out of this. We may even see some new lows back down here, but generally, if we can continue up this direction, that would be good. I don't really see it going down in this area here. I think we've had the worst of it for the moment. So yeah, I still think it's very positive at the moment. And as far as the news is coming out, it doesn't seem to be all that bad. Like we've had, there was just news after news that was bad this whole period. And a lot of it, I've also heard people talking about because the markets, if you have a look at the, where is it? I'll just jump back in here. So if you have a look at the markets, a lot is traded in Asia. So for example, let's have a look at Bitcoin. And if you look at the markets, it tells you how much volume and where it's traded. So it's currently 8.2. So you can see this is the volume. So we've got OKX and Bitfinex, 7%, 6%, and it goes down. But see how OKEX, which I believe is OKEX, let's have a look at that. OKEX, I think that's South Korean. I'll double check. And we'll just go back to have a look at that. Yep, so Not 100% sure if this one is. I can't remember. Ah, yeah, it is. So Hong Kong registered in Belize. Yeah. So the majority of the trading is, I believe, in the Asian markets for OKX. So what I've heard is that a lot of the sell-off is happening in the Asian markets, whereas the Western markets are actually picking up after the sell-off. So that's what I've heard. I don't have any sort of information to correlate that, but yeah, and it's probably a lot to do with all the bad news and negativity that has been happening in the market, especially in like China and the likes. I mean, they've still got issues with cracking down on exchanges and that sort of stuff. So it's still maybe difficult. That maybe that's why people are selling off. So, but the good news is I think we're out of any problems we have. So, all right, I think that covers it there. Let's close some of this news down. Yeah, this was the one article about cryptocurrencies holding steady while equities slide. So that's a good sign as well. All right, so I'll close all that stuff down. Now, if you guys got any questions for me, nothing in there. That's okay. All good. So at the moment, it's just basically waiting it out. Okay. Still, this is in a buying time because the market's down. Basically, there's a lot of opportunity with all the new ICOs that are coming up. And also all the new coins. And if you were going to get into some coins, this would be sort of the time you want to get into. So definitely get onto some of them. I might try and do some videos to do with some of the coins that I'm thinking got some serious potential. It's definitely, you got to be really smart about it. A lot of people just see a coin that has went up a lot, and they say, "Oh, yeah, I want to get into that one." And everyone asks me about those coins, but literally they've already made their move, like 10x or more. And then generally they go down after that, okay? Unless it's a really strong project or something's really happening, you might get a 10x and it might stay it. But a lot of the coins basically are pumped and dumped. They might make 10x, they sell off, and that's the last of what happens to that coin. So you've got to be careful about which ones you get into. And definitely, if you're going to get into coins, get into them before they take off. So look at them. Have they gone 10x or 50x already? If they haven't, then hey, maybe I need to look at this project. So I might, over the weekend, I might come out with some videos just talking about maybe 2 or 3 coins or something like that. Yeah, if you are interested, just let me know. Just put them in the comments if you want me to talk about maybe some of the coins that have got some potential, at least in the next couple of months. It'll be good. Alrighty, I think that about covers it. I just wanted to cover a little bit. There wasn't too much happening in the news. And at the moment, we've got some good gains in the market. So that's all I want to catch up with tonight. And I will see you tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, just remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And make sure you ask a question or put a comment, and with your Bitcoin Cash address as well. And you could be in to win the giveaway of $10 worth of Bitcoin Cash. Alrighty, it's good talking to you guys. I will see you soon. Okay, bye.